What's up, guys? Come on in. It's yours truly, Natasha Varela, the Moneyista, 20 years in audit, accounting, and tax, 13 in the large business and international division of the Internal Revenue Service, where I examine large entities that report 10 million or more in gross receipts and or assets and the high net worth individuals associated. So I want to talk about hiring family members. Now, I know a lot of you will see, whether it's a meme or an advertisement that you can hire children. You can hire any family member that you choose. The reason why people use children is because it's advantageous, as children don't need as much of a salary as, say, an adult does to function. Okay. And so you can hire your family member. You can be a multi-member LLC. You can be a sole proprietor. You can be an S Corp to hire your family member. That family member can be your husband, your wife, your children, your parents, your cousins, aunts, uncles, whomever you so choose. You can hire anybody. Your family members are people, just like you would hire somebody else. The caveat is that the job must be bona fide. Bona fide meaning it has to be a real job. Okay. It has to make sense. And the compensation must be reasonable. Okay, that means compared to other people in your family's position in that company, their salary is comparable to what they would get paid if they were not related to you and were working for another company in the same position. That's all that means. A lot of people will see that they can hire their children and ask for the age, right? The age, you want to check your state child labor laws, but you can, for the most part, if you are a family-owned business, you can hire your children, okay? It has to be part-time most of the time, okay? If there are minors. And again, it has to make sense. The salary has to make sense. And the reason why people use children is because up to the standard deduction, a child doesn't pay any federal taxes. And that income is essentially tax-free to the child. That child may turn around and then invest in a Roth as early as, 12, 13, whatever have you. Okay. So you can hire your children. Infants, be careful. A lot of people use infants, their children, in modeling for their business. It's not illegal. Just, go through the proper protocol. Hiring your children means putting them on payroll. Okay, payroll meaning employer taxes must be withheld. And it's simple. How do you put somebody on payroll? Hire a payroll company. I use Gusto. You simply open up your account. You link your business account. Please have a business bank account. Please have a business credit card. You link your business bank account. You set the employee up on payroll, right? Their social security number, their address. You put in their withholdings, all that good stuff. And if you're hiring an adult, right, a lot of times these payroll companies, you add the person via their email and they fill out all of their tax documentation, their bank account information. You need to know as the owner, and you just run payroll, right? You just hit that button, run payroll. So it's really, really easy. It's not that complex. It's just a matter of hiring a payroll company. I don't suggest people try and run payroll on their own and try to withhold on their own. Just hire a payroll company. Okay, it's just that much easier. So you can hire your children. What are some examples of hiring your children to perform functions? Social media content, right? A lot of us have teens or tweens that are really good with TikTok, Instagram, and they can do the content. It's bona fide. It makes sense. It's not far out of reach, right? Pay them a reasonable salary, and there's your employee. You can hire your mom or your dad, depending on your business, whatever have you, and pay them whatever you want. It can be above the standard deduction. Again, we use children because children rarely need more than a standard deduction. So it's kind of a hack, if you will, to reduce your taxable income as a business and pay your employee, your child, without having federal income taxes withheld. So you don't pay taxes twice. You would doubly avoid taxes in your business and in the recipient, which is your child. Now, you can hire your family. A lot of people hire their parents, and those parents a lot of times have retirement income. So you will have to include your retirement income and your income from your children's business or whoever's business. Maybe it's an aunt, uncle from the family member's business, and you will be taxed on it accordingly. Okay, so again, people use children a lot of the times because they rarely need more than a standard deduction. And the standard deduction is used because that child won't get taxed up to their standard deduction, right, for each year. So, a lot of, I guess, misconception going around is that you can't hire children. You'll be audited. As someone who's examined thousands of returns, I will say that most large corporations, if you look at the Schedule 1125E, okay, that lists all the officers, they a lot of times have the same last name. Okay, your local laundromat is family owned, your local dry cleaner is family owned, your local pizzeria is family owned, you know, your local restaurant is family owned. It's not illegal as long as everything is bona fide. Again, you have to make sure that you pay your family the equivalent of what they would be paid if they weren't related to you, right? So it's advantageous to hire family, even if you do have to, that family member does have to pay tax on it. You still get a reduction in your business income, your taxable income for your business. And better to pay your family for a job that can be done by your family, that makes sense, that's bona fide, than to pay a stranger, right? That's how you keep wealth in the family, okay? So I hope that this was helpful. And again, you can go on the irs.gov website, type in family help. It's right there, small businesses self-employed. There's several sections: children employed by their parents, parents employed by their child, one spouse working with another spouse. You can hire anybody you so choose, aunt, uncle, cousin, your neighbor. It doesn't matter as long as they fit the description of an arm's length transaction. Arm's length meaning it makes sense, right? You're paying them what you would pay somebody else, and they're qualified, right? So I hope this was informative. If you have any questions, go ahead and join the Tax Strategies Mastermind. I'm going to drop the link in the description box below. I hope to see you guys in there. Bye.